But we're a 50-year-old business, a lot of employees leaving employment for crazy things.
Hello and welcome back to Klik TV, where we talk about your IT problems from your technology down to your security, sharing our best tips and tricks for a better IT experience. My name is Paulina and I'm here today with Stephen Blair. He is the president of Lyceum Insurance. Hello, Stephen. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Please introduce yourself. What is your role in Lyceum Insurance?
Sure. I'm the president of Lyceum Insurance Services. We're actually a family business. I tried to get out for a while, but they dragged me back in. My father's since retired, but we're a 50-year-old business. We've been assisting and helping clients in their employee benefit needs, their risk management in terms of their business insurances and HR needs for going on 50 years now.
That's interesting. And can you tell us a little bit more about your company?
Sure. Like I said, we assist businesses, mostly in the small to medium-sized business, though we do work with some very large customers as well. We help them build, design, implement, and administrate their employee benefit programs, as well as with the things that are changing in the marketplace today. We help them look at, evaluate, and protect their business from any external things that could damage it, like cybersecurity, making sure that they have proper cybersecurity installed in terms of their insurance programs, making sure that their directors and officers and all kinds of other things are protected. So if a company is sued, they have proper things in place to be able to protect them.
Right. Thank you for sharing. How do you help businesses increase employee retention and experience?
Well, this is really near and dear to my heart right now. We're actually doing a lot of this because the workplace has changed. Since COVID, we've seen two things happen. One is an employee exodus. That is, employees that used to live and work in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area have now started moving all over the country and, in fact, all over the world. Just recently, I've talked to people in the Middle East. I've talked to people in South America and Europe and Asia. Since COVID, people have kind of spread around the world, and especially we've seen a lot of people move that once lived here, not just internationally, but domestically as well, all the way out to the West Coast. And that's interesting because what happened is companies were designing and building employee benefit programs and their protection of their businesses based off of people being here. But when people started moving around the country and around the world, that adds another layer of potential problem. Not only in the administration, we talk about benefits, a new hire, I could walk down to their office and say, here, I need you to fill out this form. Now it's not so easy to do that. And we want to make sure that the data that we're moving around is done so in a secure fashion, which makes it much harder to do when employees are living and working outside of the main office system. The second is we've seen a lot of employees leaving employment for crazy things. I will have somebody call me and say, Steve, I'm going to be leaving. I want to talk about COBRA, which is continuation of benefits after somebody leaves. And, I'm like, oh, that's great. What are you doing? I don't know yet. People are starting to reevaluate their lives. And a lot of times they're like, I'm not happy where I am, so I'm going to make a change. And so the big problem that companies are having is how can I look at my staff and not only be able to attract, but also retain the talent that I have. And so we've been spending a lot of time with our clients looking at special employee compensation programs, executive compensation programs, and making sure that the benefits that we have in place will work for people no matter where they happen to be located. So it's been really fun, and I like to say we're a 50-year-old startup company because the industry has changed so much.
Right, thank you.
Sure.
What data points do you look at when it comes to your clients?
That's a really good question. There's several, but probably the primary ones I look at is what size is the organization? There's certain rules that apply to small businesses versus medium versus large, especially when we're talking about Department of Labor. We want to make sure all of our clients have compliance procedures put into place, so if there was ever an audit, they would pass those audits. The second is, I would say, where are the employees located? As a lot of our clients in the past would hire people locally here, and they may have had a couple of positions out of the area, but since COVID has happened, we've seen a lot more migration around the country, which puts employees in different locations, potentially outside of the local market. So we want to make sure that the programs we're using, the carriers we're using, have proper coverage in those areas. So no matter where the employee is living, they'll all get very good experiences in terms of how they interact and use their benefits, and do they have the proper number of access points to be able to get care.
How does technology take part in your day-to-day operations, and how does it help you to solve your problems?
That's a great question also, and the answer is it's drastically been changing our industry. We started seeing it a little, probably about 5 years ago, we started seeing more technology being pushed into a very paper-driven industry, which is the insurance industry. We love our paper. But it's really changed our business, and I like to feel like it's almost like we're a 50-year-old startup company, especially with the changes that are happening with COVID. Because employees are moving all over the country, it's not easy to go down and walk into somebody's office and say, hand me your paper anymore. We want to make sure that we're transmitting data. Not only are we transmitting data in an effective way, but in a secure way. With all of the increase in hacking, we want to make sure that anything that has to do with cyber, whether it's information being transported from an employee to a HR person in a company potentially, or HR to us, or from us to a carrier, we're moving around HIPAA data. So it's not only the employee's name, their address, date of birth, salary, job title, personal medical information about them. That's very, very private data and very sensitive. Thank you. And so we want to make sure that that data is moving not only effectively, is the user experience good, but is it being done in a safe and secure fashion? And so we're spending a lot of time on that.
I can imagine. Well, thank you, Stephen, so much for coming here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us and our viewers a peek inside your company.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right now, you got an opportunity to get a free dark web scan by Klik Solutions to make sure that your digital credentials have not been compromised. Use your chance to ensure the reliability of your cybersecurity. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video to stay updated to our latest news. Thank you for watching Klik TV. Till next time!